Hello everybody, Vibes of a Wildlife here. Welcome to another video where we dive into the heart, humor, and unexpected life lessons from the animal kingdom. Alright, let's get into it. Are raccoons the lovable rebels of the animal kingdom, or are they just fluffy chaos machines here to test our patience? One minute, they're melting your heart with those little grabby hands, and the next, they're turning your backyard into their personal demolition zone. So, what's the deal, adorable or annoying? Here's the thing about raccoons, they're the ultimate double-edged sword. On one side, they're like nature's sneaky little comedians, charming, clever, and too cute for their own good. But flip the coin, and they're also the reason your trash can needs a combination lock. They've got that can't live with them, can't live without them energy, and honestly, it's got us all in a bit of a moral dilemma. So, stick around as we explore the world of raccoons and decide for yourself, adorable trouble or furry menace. Oh, and while you're here, don't just sit there in silent judgment like this video, share it with someone who's also battling a raccoon invasion, and hit that subscribe button. Because let's be real, you know you need more of this energy in your life. Let's start with the obvious, raccoons are adorable. I mean, come on, those fluffy tails, the bandit-like mass, and those ridiculously dexterous little hands. They're basically tiny furry burglars who somehow manage to look innocent while they're plotting their next heist. And if you've ever had the pleasure of seeing a baby raccoon or kit, you know the cuteness levels are off the charts. These little troublemakers wobble around like they're on a sugar rush, constantly tripping over their own feet as they try to climb, explore, and inevitably cause chaos. Here's a fun fact. Raccoon kits don't just look like they're playing. Play is actually how they learn the skills they'll need to survive. That clumsy jumping, training for future garbage dive parkour. Those tiny chirping sounds they make, that's them calling their siblings to join the mischief. So yeah, they're adorable and preparing for a life of banditry. Iconic, honestly. Now let's talk about how weirdly human raccoons can be. For starters, have you ever seen a raccoon washing its food? It's like they're channeling some inner neat freak, dunking snacks in water, scrubbing away like they're prepping for a 5-star meal. Scientists think this behavior might be instinctive, linked to their tactile senses, but let's face it, it's also pure comedy gold. And then there's their problem solving. If you've ever tried to raccoon-proof your trash cans, you already know these little geniuses won't quit until they figure it out. They're like that one friend who always finds a way to sneak snacks into the movie theater, no matter how ridiculous the rules are. Honestly, we kind of have to respect their persistence. Raccoons even snack like humans. Ever caught one sitting upright, holding a stolen slice of pizza with both hands like they're starring in their own sitcom? It's hard not to relate. They're messy, determined, and a little sneaky, but hey, aren't we all sometimes? Alright, let's switch gears and address the not-so-cute side of raccoons, because if there's one thing these trash pandas excel at, it's leaving chaos in their wake. If you've ever woken up to find your garbage strewn across the lawn, like the aftermath of a raccoon rave, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They don't just root around, they commit hard. It's like they're auditioning for the role of most dramatic animal in nature's reality show. And let's not forget their boldness. These guys don't care if you're home. They'll break into your garage, your back porch, even your kitchen if they think there's a snack worth stealing. There are stories of raccoons waltzing through dog doors, grabbing whatever they can carry, and piecing out like it's no big deal. And if you try to shoo them off, oh, they'll stare you down with those masked faces, probably judging your life choices. If you thought raccoons only stopped at trash cans, think again. These furry masterminds are also infamous for their home improvement, or should I say, home destruction projects. Shingles on your roof? A mere obstacle to their personal attic Airbnb. Bird feeders? Forget it. That's their buffet now. But here's the thing, you kind of have to admire their determination. They'll climb walls, pry open vents, and squeeze through the tiniest cracks, all with the persistence of someone trying to reset their forgotten Netflix password. They don't quit. It's frustrating, sure, but also kind of impressive. Honestly, if raccoons ever unionize, we're in trouble. And then there's the serious stuff. As charming as raccoons can be, they're not exactly the cleanest house guests. They're known carriers of diseases like rabies and raccoon roundworms, which can pose risks to humans and pets alike. And their adaptability to urban life, it's a double-edged sword. Sure, it's cool that they've learned to thrive in cities, but it also means they're getting a little too comfortable around us. If you're not careful, you could end up with a raccoon infestation, and trust me, that's not the kind of wildlife experience you want. Dealing with raccoons requires more than just patience. You need a solid plan and a little bit of luck to keep the peace without losing your sanity. So, are raccoons pure chaos or unsung heroes of the animal kingdom? Turns out the answer isn't so black and white or black and gray in this case. Raccoons actually play an important role in nature. For starters, they're like pest control with fur. They munch on insects, rodents, and other critters that could overrun ecosystems without them. Plus, they've got this sneaky way of spreading seeds through their droppings. Yeah, nature can be gross like that. Whether they realize it or not, raccoons are out here planting trees and keeping the food web in balance. Not bad for animals that spend half their time raiding trash cans. And then there's their intelligence. Raccoons aren't just smart, they're problem-solving smart. They can remember solutions to puzzles for years, adapt to almost any environment, and outwit humans on the regular. Their ability to thrive in such a wide range of habitats, from forests to cities, makes them one of nature's most fascinating creatures. Sure, they're messy, but let's give credit where it's due. They're survivors, innovators, and a little too clever for their own good. That said, living alongside raccoons isn't always easy. In cities and suburbs, where humans and raccoons cross paths daily, striking a balance can feel like a never-ending game of chess, where the raccoons are always one move ahead. They're opportunists, and they see our trash, attics, and gardens as prime real estate. But here's the thing. We built cities on their turf, so coexisting is part of the deal. The good news? There are ways to make peace with these masked bandits. Simple changes like securing trash cans with bungee cords, using motion-activated lights, or installing raccoon-proof fencing can go a long way in keeping them out of your space without resorting to harmful measures. And hey, maybe it's worth taking a step back to appreciate their antics from a safe distance. After all, a little respect for their ingenuity can go a long way in turning frustration into fascination. At the end of the day, raccoons remind us that nature doesn't follow our rules, and maybe that's okay. They're messy, hilarious, infuriating, and brilliant. Kind of like life itself, wouldn't you say? So, there you have it, the great raccoon debate. On one hand, they're undeniably adorable with their fluffy tails, masked faces, and clever little hands. On the other, they're chaos in fur form, turning garbage cans into battlefields and attics into their personal penthouses. The question is, are they worth the mess for the cuteness? Or do their antics push you straight into team get off my lawn? I want to hear from you. Share your raccoon stories or opinions in the comments. Have they melted your heart, driven you mad, or maybe even both? Let's keep the debate going. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow wildlife enthusiasts or frustrated raccoon neighbors, and hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more wild debates, hilarious antics, and unexpected animal lessons coming your way. With that said, thanks for watching. And until next time, may your trash cans stay secure and your snacks stay out of raccoon reach.